Bags, belongings, and bodies are scanned with advanced technology searching for hidden threats. IDs are authenticated and checked against federal watch lists while state police patrol. This is security at Boston's Logan Airport 20 years after our country's darkest day, when Mohammed Atta and 9 other hijackers boarded 2 planes here, stormed the cockpits after takeoff,
stay quiet and you'll be okay,
and flew them into the towers of New York's World Trade Center.
Is a 9/11 style attack still possible? The answer to that question is yes, it is.
Retired FAA Special Agent Brian Sullivan says even with all of the added security, the flying public is still at risk. He warned local and federal authorities of lapses in security at Logan in the months leading up to the devastating attack, after working undercover and getting a knife and a fake device through airline-run security.
I sent this letter to Senator Kerry on May 7th, and basically went over all the shortcomings that we saw in aviation security and at Logan. And I said, hey, you know, it's not only possible, it's likely that multiple aircraft could be taken down on a given day, and we need to be paying attention to this.
At the end of August in 2001, Sullivan received an email from the FAA's head of security telling him his concerns were valid and were being addressed.
A few weeks later, you had 9/11. He didn't have a chance to fix it. Tragedy.
Logan is at a much higher level than other airports.
Congressman Bill Keating served on the House Homeland Security Committee for years. He says while Logan is safer now than many airports, the airline industry is still vulnerable and a target.
I think it's a time that we'll all ask ourselves, are we safer now than we were then? I think the answer is, in some ways, yes, but in other ways, no. Things are even more dangerous. So it's an ever-changing landscape.
Billions of dollars have been poured into the TSA, established in the wake of 9/11, charged with securing all of our nation's transportation systems, including aviation. Government oversight agencies have pointed to failures and shortcomings in airport security measures for years, from gaps in the passenger screening system to failing to detect mock weapons during covert tests performed by undercover agents on so-called red teams.
Do you think they're doing a good enough job? You know, when you see covert tests, right, where undercover agents are still able to get some things through.
We have greater security to prevent the actual type of attack that occurred. We have much greater communication with all the law enforcement officials, federal, state, FBI, local police that are involved. Yet, I'm afraid that we're going to let our guard down and not be ready for the emerging threats.
Technology alone just isn't going to get the job done. We have to be successful 100% of the time. Terrorists only have to be successful a couple times at getting through to cause chaos.
Logan's 9/11 memorial, a reminder of the damage done, the immense loss, and the threat to aviation. The heavy responsibility not lost on the TSA. Spokesperson Dan Velez.
Even though we've had a track record of 0 incidents, it doesn't matter. We know that one slip up is something that could be detrimental.
Boston is armed with some of the most advanced technology in airport security in the country.
We have a concealed knife and a comb. We have a Batman double-edged hand weapon.
Hundreds of prohibited items and dozens of guns found in carry-on bags and on passengers in recent years.
Should TSA be doing better at this point?
We test ourselves with red team testing quite a bit, and we make those tests super tough on our folks. But we learn from them, and we advance our technology and what we learn. We're keeping people safer than ever. A heck of a lot safer than we were in 2001.
Safer, but still at risk. Last year, a Kenyan man, an operative for the Al-Qaeda affiliate Al-Shabaab, was indicted for allegedly helping to plot a 9/11-style terror attack. Federal prosecutors say Cholo Abdi Abdullah enrolled in a flight school, researched how to break into a cockpit door, and gathered information about skyscrapers in the U.S. A recent Homeland Security bulletin warns of continued challenging foreign and domestic threats near the 9/11 anniversary. There's even more concern after the terrorist attack in Afghanistan. This comes after repeated calls by the Pilots Association to add a secondary cockpit barrier to increase security on passenger planes when the main cockpit door is open. The pilots citing 9/11 and an uptick in unruly passengers during flights.
If that's something that provides more security, they should have it.
The challenge still, decades later, securing against an unknown threat.
Don't turn a blind eye to this aviation security threat. Don't assume, hey, the TSA's got it, we're good to go.
Security experts say keeping the public informed is crucial to keeping our skies safe. TSA officials say they'll continue to evolve using advanced technologies such as facial recognition and other biometrics in the future. Massport, which oversees Logan Airport, had no comment. Kathy Curran, 5 Investigate.